Fantastic, Joe, and I'm glad that you've given me an opportunity to speak to this team, this amazing team. Nairobi is called, and yes, and we are happy. We are happy. We had a very hot weather. Now it's a bit cold here.
Okay, wonderful. So, Jackie, over to you. Let's hear from you. Let's learn. This morning we're excited.
Thank you so much for the trust that you have placed upon me and that upholding. I am so grateful that just a month ago, my leader Abdul gave me an opportunity to be in this great community, and things have not been the same again because I have not worked in a community before, and I have seen the power of working in a community. So thank you so much. A few weeks ago, you were here and you pushed us and encouraged us. And with this topic today, what I would like us to speak about is the power of focus, but focus holding the rightful attitude. And like Joe has said, I am one person that has walked a journey of, like he said, from zero to something that people can embrace in this nation. And one of the things that I have been able to do is to focus. Just place my focus and know that when you focus, then you will get the rightful results. So just a small description, focus is paying careful and special attention. Note the word is the paying careful and special attention to a particular thing.
Sorry, Jackie, are you not going to share your screen?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay, let me share my screen, I'm sorry, so that we can work together here.
Cool.
Okay, good. Here we are. Okay, so let's get together. It's a focus is paying careful and special attention to a particular thing to achieve a beautiful result. So the thing here is that paying special attention. So because if you don't pay special attention when you're focusing and you want to achieve a certain result, then you're not going to do that. So I will share a quote by Swet Maden that says, every great man has become great, but every successful man has succeeded in proportion as he has confined his powers to one particular channel. That means that where your focus is where you will grow. So, and for that reason, therefore, we are in a community that is Python Signals. And in building this community, we need to focus our strength, we need to focus our energies into this so that we are able to achieve as a team. Now, so for us, as a people that are builders, we need to be able to look at us and say, a person, let's say you have a team, these people need to look at you and say, I want to be focused, but who is that model that I'm looking at? I want to wear a shoe that Jackie wears. What is it that they see in you? You need to understand that there's something that these people need to see. Otherwise, if they don't see anything that motivates them in yourself, then you need to understand, then they will not embrace you. So I will share with you 3 strategies that you can use to remain a very focused person in your business. And one of these strategies is purpose. You have to be the kind that defines why you're doing what you're doing. Why exactly are you in this community of Python Signals? Let the community you are leading understand why exactly they are in this community. Be the leader that helps people to understand. Be the leader that even pokes them and let them understand exactly why they are in this kind of business or in this kind of community. Remember that purpose gives you hope. Remember that purpose gives you hope to cope with any obstacles that you may find on your way. So if you have no purpose, if you don't have a strong why you're doing the business that you're doing today, when you find obstacles on the way, then you will not be able to cope with the obstacles. So it gives you value, especially the time you spend fulfilling your why. Purpose will give you value, especially during that time that you spend to fulfill your why. And one of the things that I have noticed is that if you don't keep defining your why now and then you will lose it along the way. Define every moment, define every work. Don't just work, define the values. What are the values that are placing you in that place that you want to work? Always remind yourself or remind the team that the reasons come first. Answers will come second. It is in finding yourself in that moment, it is in your fulfilling your why that you will actually get the answers, you'll actually get the reasons. And remember what comes first all the time? It is the reasons. The reasons come first and the answers will come as you work on your why. The other strategy that I would like you to use is that you have to be a leader that is very passionate in what you do. I have seen in buildings and in businesses that have built before people that are not passionate, they're just doing it. Maybe the reason is money, maybe the reason is just nothing within themselves. It's because they woke up and they have to do something. So you have to be very passionate. You have to show your leadership as passionately as you can. And this is a strong, deeply felt drive. It has to be within yourself. Let your team see that this is a natural flow inside of you. You're not struggling with the drive. It can simply be seen right inside yourself. Remember also, passion makes you keep running against all odds. There's nothing that can stop you. Among them, a new business just arrived. You can imagine. Oh, have you had people who say, have you seen? Every time they come and see grass that is greener on the other side. But you need to be the kind of a person that puts the vibe, puts yourself now and then and gives yourself energy all the way. You have to make sure that there's energy in you. Your attitude is actually the passion, the energy that is right driving inside of you. Be passionate, because when you're passionate, your strength will be renewed all the time. Number 3, be a builder who plans ahead of time. I have seen people who go, maybe they're doing a presentation in a meeting and they did not plan themselves. They have no gadgets, they have no presentation, they have nothing to show. They come to plan there. They come to us, oh, did you carry this? Did you do this? Did you do this? So always be a great mapper. Map up, understand what are you doing when you get to the meeting, when you get right inside there, what are you supposed to be doing? So be a great mapper. Map out your strategies on time so that you show people that when you come to this place, then it is not the time to start thinking. And that is why we are always taught to prepare ourselves even before you go to bed for the next day. A person who plans as the eye, they have an eye of an eagle. They are not short-sighted. They have a calendar of activities that keeps them not running short of appointments, because some people, they run short of people to call. How can you do that? And activities for training and developing other builders, because you have to build your people. You have to map up. That is like strategizing. That is like planning. What exactly are you doing at any given time? So planning would help you to lay down strategies that are not limited. Don't get limited. Don't agree to be a person that is short, has a short dream, so you don't know what to do when you get to your next level. Now remember, he who does not plan has definitely planned to fail. So show your people, show your team, show yourself, actually teach yourself to plan in advance so that you do not fail, because people are watching and people are looking to embrace you. People are looking actually to copy and paste you. So there are 2 key people that I would like you to watch out in your team. Once you identify these 2 people, you ensure, then that helps you to duplicate. That helps you to duplicate what you are, the attitude that you've built within yourself, the instincts that you've placed within yourself. If you have these 2 people in your team, you're good to go. And these 2 people, is one of them is a builder. And how do you know who is a builder? A builder is this kind of a person in your group who sees the bigger picture. There are people who do not see beyond themselves. So you need to have that kind of a person who sees the bigger picture. and know that it is building a business that will create volumes and bigger paychecks. Remember also that builders understand that recruiting is a huge importance. Builders also understand that with this focus, they are focused on the business, the process of the business. The process has already, remember, you've already done that. When you're doing your goals, you've done the processes. And so you need to have a people that can move with you, that get to focus with you. Remember that builders see a longer term business as well. They don't see a small thing that I'll make this money and this little money and exit. They see big volumes and they see nothing less of that kind. So you need to have a builder, people that you duplicate as builders in your system. There are other people that are called drivers, and this is the group that gets it. You know, they understand that in order to create momentum, you must drive the business. Not just build it, you must actually drive it. You must be the focus. You must show people the focus. These are people that are not focused on products, no process, but power. They have the power to drive, the power that emerges from a clear vision of the future. And they focus on recruiting builders and other drivers. I think when you have big dreams, you attract other big dreamers. That is something you need to know. So remember this. If you surround yourself with drivers who are strong and positive, you will definitely sit in a world full of opportunities. So let's get this clear. Builders are action focused. Drivers are mindset focused. They have a relentless pursuit. These are people that build businesses, and they also build people. They don't just focus on themselves. They don't just focus on businesses. They build people, they build business. Because if they don't develop people, then the businesses will also not grow. They give guidance on personal development. These are people who will help you to personally develop yourself. They don't tell you you're wasting time going here, trainings and wasting money. No. What they do is that they train you. They ask you to go for seminars. They ask you to read books. They ask you to listen to audios so that you can be of effect. These are also people that have leadership, and they show it in all that they do, and they duplicate themselves. When it comes to passion, something else that I would like to mention when it comes to passion, you need a person that actually, when you speak to them, I remember when Abdul Razak came to, actually called me and was speaking to me about the business. He showed me the reasons. You know, he was able to tabulate everything. He was able to give me the reasons as to why this business is unlike the other. And one of the things that I noticed when Abdul was talking to me is that he took his time on me. You know, he was not in a rush to close me. He was that kind of a person who is actually helping me to understand why Python Signals is the boom, why Python Signals is the business of the year, why Python Signals has no reasons to let me down. And one of the things that Abdul has taught me that I would like even people to embrace is that he actually is willing to care, is actually willing and very careful to teach you what you should do. He's very careful to also get the right person, and is also careful to understand that you understand what you're getting into. So it is good that when you're getting into this and training people about purpose, let them understand. Don't just let them in a hurry to say yes, yes, yes. When they say yes, 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 they will also say no, 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 no in a hurry to be able to live. I have a little to just do a small conclusion, which I have said, a focused business driver and builder wears just one attitude. They understand one phrase and have it engraved on their heart. And that says, whatever it takes, I need self-motivation. It is you that motivates yourself. It is you that teaches your team to be able to motivate themselves, because if you have a person that is not self-motivated, then this person keeps moving, keeps wavering, keeps going here and going to the other side. So you need to have a person that says, whatever it takes, I have to be self-motivated. Whatever it takes, this is the business that I have chosen to do. Whatever it takes, I have my strong way. Whatever it takes, I have to move. And I'm not planning to fail. I have failed enough times, but this time I am working it and I am recorrecting the things, the mistakes that I have made in the past. And I think that is what I had for you today. I am sure that Ejo has something else that he would like to share with us and add to what I have said. Or Abdul, Ejo, anything that you'd like to add on the literature that I've talked about today?
Thank you very, very much, Jackie. That was really very powerful. Like, I never knew that there's a difference between the builder and the driver. Okay, so it's really clean and clear right now this morning that a builder, okay, the builder works with the the driver works with the power of the mind. Okay, why the builder has to, he has the energy, to make it happen. So let me ask you a question, Jackie. So am I a builder or am I a driver?
I think you have a combination. You have a combination because I remember there's one thing I have not forgotten, and that is the thing that is actually making me move right now. I remember when you came, because we had like lightly taken up the business. When you came and you gave us each an opportunity to do a presentation, I will never forget this, by God, it was so good. And you gave us time. Each one of us did a presentation. And I remember we made mistakes, but you could see we are people who want to move. You could see we actually want to build the business. And I remember what you did was you stood up and you said, take this video. I have the video, it is so nice. And you said, and I remember, like little kids, the way you teach small children is the way you took us through, slowly and slowly, until by the time you left, we were pros.
Wow.
Thank you so much for the builder you are.
Thank you very much, Jackie. Wow, that's really very powerful. We have over 60 people in the room today. Do we have any question for Jackie? Do you have any question on Jackie? Jackie, that was really very powerful. Really very powerful. This video will be available shortly. Okay, after this meeting. Do we have any question for Jackie? I think we have something on the chat. Do we have any question for Jackie? Oh, Jackie, somebody said very inspiring. Very, very inspiring. Okay, very good. Do you have anything to add to this? Hello, Irene from Uganda. Now, guys, I need us to realize something about focus, about what she said, okay? And there's a lot of time that people talk about multiple streams of income, all right? And I was listening to one very successful guy talk about these multiple streams of income kind of thing, And I see that happen a lot in this kind of industry where people are doing like multiple businesses, this, okay? Now, I'm not for it and I'm not against it, but I'm going to tell you my own standpoint as regards that. Okay, so first and foremost, I've never built multiple businesses at the same time. Okay, so perhaps everybody has, remember that your strength cannot be copied. Okay, your strength cannot be copied. So you as a leader, you could have the capacity, the strength to do multiple things and to be effective at it. But remember that few people have that capacity. So one of the way to kill your organization is when you want to try to duplicate your strength. You cannot duplicate your strength. What you can duplicate is a process. You can duplicate a skill set, but you cannot duplicate your strength. So when you are trying to build multiple businesses at the same time with the same team, you know what you're trying to do? You're trying to duplicate strength. And guess what happened? People are going to be weary of it. And that's it. And that's one of the fastest ways to destroy your organization. Because the multiple streams of income, for me, it works this way. Okay, Warren Buffett even said it. You can't start multiple businesses with the same income source. So you start a business, you develop on it, you consolidate on it, then you can add to that business. So I see people, you've not even consolidated on your business. You have less than 100 people in your organization. You have less than 1,000 people in your organization. You cannot boast of $10,000 income every other week or perhaps every other month. And now you're jumping into another business. Now, you know what is happening? You are actually teaching your team one thing, how not to be focused. Because listen, copy and paste works both ways. People can be copying the right attitude and can they also be copying the wrong attitude. So people think multiple streams of income. Oh, I want to have multiple streams of income, multiple streams of income. But at the end of the day, it is multiple streams of stress. Exactly. So what people refer to as multiple streams of income, it's actually multiple streams of stress. So please, when it comes to the topic of focus, remember, people cannot duplicate your strength. They cannot. I had an extensive conversation yesterday with a top leader, which I respect, Jacque. I told him something. We came to a conclusion that very few people can actually create. Very few people can actually develop things. But we have a vast majority of people who can now follow. The followership number is far more than the starship number. So that's it. So please and please, when it comes to the attitude of focus, guys, please remember, you cannot duplicate your strength. You cannot. So I might be strong at something. I do not expect you to also have the same amount of strength in doing it. So it's very important. There's a difference between multiple streams of income and multiple streams of stress or multiple streams of tension. and that's what happens. So you've got to be focused on the business. You've got to build it properly. You've got to ask yourself this question: how many people have the right mindset? How many people have the right skill set that can get this business from 0 to 1 without me? Now, if you've got that already, then you're good to go. Now look at all the successful people in the world. Let's give an example. Amazon. When Jeff Bezos started Amazon, he did not start Amazon with Amazon Korea, Amazon Prime. He didn't start all of them at the same time. It's not possible. Amazon would have crashed. Amazon started as a simple company that would just focus on ebooks. And from there, they went into developing the Kindle. And that's it. So the main reason why a lot of entrepreneurs are not successful and why you see them, they spend 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, 10 years in this journey called entrepreneurship is because of what Jacque just talked about. No focus. No focus. No focus. And guys, you need to spell it really hard to your team. They need to understand it. And the only way they can understand this thing called focus is when you as a person, you're focused. If you have picked Python Signal as one of your financial vehicles that you want to build and become and bring a great result out of it, you've got to learn the power of focus. If not, guess what? Your team is going to copy it. The next thing your team will be, now you're sending them different things. Oh, tomorrow another comp plan comes. You send it that. Guess what happens? After a while, they start sending you comp plans too. There's a new one. There's a new one. So the time and energy you're supposed to put together to build, okay, to consolidate, to expand, to get your roots in different corners, guess what happens? You guys start, thinking and thinking and thinking. Now, I've always said, like, it's rare. Like, I don't see nobody come to me, even before founding Python. I don't see my team members come chat me up and say there's something new. They're not focused. Listen, I tell people this, the new thing in town is you. You are the new thing. I'm the new thing. What do you mean, guys? What's something new? I am the new thing. I am the new thing. I am the distraction. Because, entrepreneurs make money by distracting people. Why don't you become the next distraction? That's it. So, question, how do you duplicate yourself in your team? Jacque, that question is for you. How do you duplicate yourself in your team? Jacque, over to you. Okay, I've unmuted you, Jacque.
One of the things that I have seen working is you need to be a person that is willing to mentor. First and foremost, be a person that is willing to mentor. Allow people to ask you questions. If you're a rising star, let people understand what you have done to become a rising star. Let people understand all the time what is expected of them to get to the next level. So make clear lines on what is the next thing that someone needs to do to be able, especially to create momentum and to be in the next thing that you're supposed to be. So stay in touch with your people and let them understand the next thing. What is the next thing that they're supposed to do? Teach them, have a heart to teach.
Big. Very, very cool. On Thursday, in line with that, on Thursday, I'm going to come to talk about copy and paste, and I'm going to focus on a system called routine. All right. One of the reasons why we don't have a sustainable business and why our businesses are not scaling is because there's no routine. So I'm going to show you how to develop a routine and how everybody in your team members can plug into a routine. It's very simple. Copy and paste is very simple as having a routine. Okay, so I'm gonna show you on Thursday how that works, and I'm gonna show you an example of how what you can plug into and take it up from there. So I think we are good to go. Now, if we're good to go, just please type the word G2G so that I know we're good to go. Tomorrow we are having another choice speaker. He's gonna come talk about another attitude that your team needs to copy and paste. Okay, so tomorrow we're still talking about attitudes. Today we talk about the attitude of focus. Tomorrow there's another attitude we're gonna deal on that your team needs to copy and paste. All right, fantastic. We got all the good to go. So in the absence of any question, once again, I want to tell you, Jackie, thank you so much for your time and for the great inspiration. We are super inspired and we're happy. From my side, I love you so much. Remember, this is a season of profit and keep making money. Remember, I'm going to meet you at the same time tomorrow and keep enjoying yourself. For me,
thank you.
Bye for now.